As of late, I've been creating a lot of content on YouTube that's quite personal, opening up about my mental health and some of the struggles I've experienced throughout my life in hopes that I can help others who might be going through the same things that I'm going through, teach them the lessons that I've learned from my past struggles. There's a lot of topics that I've been covering on this channel, and also some topics that I haven't covered yet, but I'm planning to. However, this video on the other hand wasn't planned. In fact, the idea never occurred to me to make this video until one afternoon when I stumbled across a video in my recommended feed from another YouTuber about how they wasted their teenage years. The topic of the video strongly resonated with me because this is something that I can relate to a lot. I also feel like I wasted my teenage years. I feel like I never got the chance to just simply be a teenager, make the most of my youth, and enjoy adolescence while I still could because I was going through so much hardship and mental health issues during that time of my life. For the longest time, I looked back on my adolescence with a lot of regret. Upon turning 13, I had these preconceived notions for what my teen years were going to be like. I thought that I was about to experience one of the most enjoyable times of my life, only to be completely thrust into suffocating circumstances within my personal life that were outside of my control, and an inner battle that completely destroyed me 1,000 times over. I remember feeling so envious and jealous towards other people who got to have a fulfilling adolescence. Everyone around me was having the time of their lives. Everyone created so many positive memories during their teen years. They got to go out, go to parties, live in the moment, have fun with their lives. Everything that I never got to experience, but so desperately wanted to. I felt so isolated. I felt so alone. I felt abandoned, unwanted, unlovable. I went through so much grief, depression, and anger as a teenager. That time of my life completely broke me, and I've had to spend most of my adulthood so far learning how to put myself back together again. Learning how to heal, learning how to love myself again, and only now am I finally in a place where I feel like I have mostly healed. Now, like I mentioned previously, the whole point of these videos I've been making is to teach others what I've learned throughout my life. There's a lot of things that my teenage self needed to hear. The past version of myself that felt like his world was ending, that his life was completely ruined, that things were never going to get better. So, that's what this video is for. Things that I needed to hear during that time of my life. And also, things that maybe some of you watching this video right now might need to hear. People who may or may not be currently going through the things that I experienced so many years ago. I will also be offering advice and guidance to any teens who might be watching this video right now, who might be feeling lost and directionless, just like I was during that time of my life. So with all of that out of the way, let's dive into the video. Now, I have a lot that I want to get into in this video, especially when it comes to giving some advice and guidance towards any teenagers who might be watching this video right now. But first, I want to start this video off a little differently. I want to offer some encouraging words and support to any teenagers who might be struggling, suffering, who might feel like they've lost their way or are just overall experiencing a lot of difficulty and confusion in their lives right now. I struggled so much during my own adolescence, so I want to take this opportunity to tell you all of the things that my teen self needed to hear the most. This message is for my past self, just as much as it's for other people. So I think we all have preconceived notions for our lives, especially when we're young. We expect our lives to go in a certain direction, go down a certain path. We expect to hit certain milestones by a certain age, but life isn't as simple, linear, and straightforward as it is portrayed in media such as movies. Sometimes we fall behind everyone else our age. Sometimes life happens way too fast for us, and we're forced to grow up too quickly. This can foster a lot of insecurity, not just during adolescence, but also during adulthood. You're completely filled with anxiety and dread, wondering why you haven't hit the milestones that everyone else in your life has. Wondering things like, why don't I have any friends? Why haven't I had my first kiss yet? Why haven't I figured out my life yet and how I want to make a living? And so on and so on. If you're a teenager right now and you're feeling these things, feeling insecure, craving to have the things that all of your peers have, starving for all of these experiences that they're having, the lives that they're leading, I want to let you know that there is nothing wrong with you. You are not unworthy of good things. It's not your fault that you don't have those things. It's not your fault that your circumstances are the way that they are. I know that it might not feel like it right now. No matter what I say, you might still feel like you're unlovable and undeserving. Maybe you've done things that you regret. Maybe you're guilt-ridden over a mistake you made, unable to forgive yourself for something you've done. But you have to understand that's life. That's just simply an unavoidable part of the human experience. We all make mistakes, and that's okay. Because life is a school, and we're all students who are spending every waking moment of our lives learning, growing, changing, evolving, and teaching others. The mistakes that you make as a teenager, all of the drama you go through, the anxiety, none of that truly matters when you reach adulthood. Your life is not over. The world is not ending. It's okay. Everything is going to be okay. Because when you become an adult, you have the opportunity to reinvent yourself, start all over again, taking the lessons and experiences you've learned as a teenager in order to create a brighter, more fulfilling future for yourself. That's why you have to go through so much shit as a teenager. It's to prepare you, elevate you for your future, mold you into the person you need to become. Your teen years are a training ground for the adult world. It might not seem like it at the moment, but one day, years from now, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 20, you will look back on this time of your life and realize that everything had to happen exactly the way it did so that you could become the person you needed to be. You have plenty of time to figure things out. Don't let other people in your life influence you and pressure you to have everything figured out by a certain point. Hell, some people in their 30s or 40s are still figuring shit out. You have more than enough time to explore, discover what resonates with you the most. Maybe sometimes you feel like you have to grow up too quickly. Whether it's because of the pressure from outside influences, or maybe you've experienced some sort of tragedy in your life that makes you feel like you need to become an adult quicker than everyone else in order to survive. But regardless of those feelings, regardless of those emotions, please, I implore you to remember, it's okay to still be a teenager and have the experience of being one. It's okay to do anything you want, no matter how childish it may seem. It's okay to embrace your inner child and do all the things that bring you joy, fulfillment, the things that enrich your mind and your soul. It's okay to enjoy luxuries and leisure every now and then in life, in moderation, of course. You only live once, and you're certainly only a teenager once. Don't spend your entire youth beating yourself up. Give yourself permission to not only make mistakes, but also to experience youth at its fullest. Remember that no matter how much you're struggling, life does get better eventually. Life is a roller coaster, never a linear, straight line. There are always ups and downs. Even though you'll experience darkness every now and then throughout your life, you will also experience joy, warmth, and moments of happiness, contentment. And if you feel alone, if you feel like an outcast among your peers, or you feel like you can't connect or resonate with anybody around you, that's okay. A lot of people go through that. A lot of people have gone through that. Know that you're never alone, because there are people out there who understand, even when it feels like nobody ever will. Besides, maybe you'll end up having an experience like mine, where because of all of the painful experiences you've been through in the past, you're able to relate with and connect with certain people you meet in the future because they went through similar things that you did, and thus you end up having a really special connection with them. That's so precious, so valuable, that you never take it for granted. Pain is good. Pain helps you grow. Pain makes you stronger. And above all else, pain gives you the tools, experience, and empathy you need in order to help other people. With all of that out of the way, it's time for me to discuss my own adolescence a little, explain why I regret it, get into the topic of what I would do differently if I had to redo that time of my life, and more importantly, offer advice and guidance to anyone watching this video who might still be a teenager. First of all, I was quite directionless and lost when it came to my own adolescence. I had aspirations and goals, sure, but I had no idea what I was doing with my teen years, and I was so focused on other shit in both my personal and creative life that I didn't get the opportunity to just simply be a teenager and enjoy this time of my life while I still could. By the time I realized this, it was too late. My 18th birthday was on the horizon, and I was left with a lot of regret over how I allowed my teens to slip through my fingers without giving myself the opportunity to properly enjoy them, relish them, so that I could feel fulfilled, content, and satisfied with that time of my life. If you're a lot like how I was back then, feeling directionless, lost, aimless, or too caught up in other shit that's going on that is distracting you from enjoying life while you still can, then one thing I would do differently if I could relive my teens, and something I also advise you to do, is to create a bucket list specifically for your adolescence with all the things you want to do, experience, and accomplish. That way, you can break everything down and come to an understanding of what you truly want to get out of this time of your life. Write down the things you want to do, to experience, the goals you want to accomplish, and most importantly, have an end goal in mind. Where do you want to be in your life by the time you reach 18? How do you view yourself as an 18-year-old? Where do you see yourself in life at 18 years old? How do all of the things you want to experience, do, and accomplish during your teens culminate and come together in order to transform you into the person you want to be? This leads us to the next piece of advice I have. Take full advantage of your teen years as an opportunity to invent yourself. Explore your heart, your soul, learn more about yourself, and discover what kind of person you truly want to become in this world. I understand that it can be difficult for a lot of teens to figure out who or what they want to be. Hell, a lot of people hit the age of 18 or 21 without any clue whatsoever as to what they want to do with the rest of their lives. That's why I'm using the phrases explore and invent yourself. If you're struggling to figure out what you want to do with your life, who you want to be when you grow up, then instead of constantly asking yourself what you want to do, try shifting your attention towards yourself. Delve deep within yourself, uncover all of the hidden messages that lie within your gut, your heart. Learn more about yourself, explore every aspect of yourself, from flaws, strengths, everything. Take as much time as you need to uncover and discover who you truly are within, to try and find any aspects about yourself that resonate or feel right. Before you decide what you want to do with your life, before you decide what you want your place in the world to be, discover yourself first. Sit with your emotions, your thoughts, as you learn more about yourself, uncovering anything that might be buried deep underneath the surface of your soul. And most importantly, have fun inventing the person, the adult you want to become. Turn towards the adults you admire or look up to, hell, even fictional characters you admire. What sort of traits do they have that you admire about them? What are the positive traits that these people possess which resonate with you that you wish you also had? Enjoy the process and remember, you have plenty of time to figure things out. Hell, if it makes you feel any better, I'm 27 and I'm still figuring shit out. Trust me, if you're a teenager watching this video, you have more than enough time, and certainly way more time than I do. So just slow down, relax, and try to relish the journey as much as you possibly can. Trust the process. I know that I've covered a lot in this video so far. It might seem like a lot to take in or take note of, and I completely understand that. So for this final section of the video before we reach its conclusion, I would like to take a moment to briefly summarize the lessons that I've imparted on you throughout this video. 1. There is nothing wrong with you, and you are not unworthy just because other teenagers might have the things that you don't. 2. It's okay to make mistakes. Your teen years are a training ground for the adult world, and you should give yourself permission to make mistakes so that you can learn from them. 3. None of the drama you go through in your teens will truly matter once you reach adulthood. Everything will be okay in the end. 4. When you become an adult, you will have the opportunity to reinvent yourself, start all over again, taking the lessons and experiences you've learned as a teenager in order to create a more brighter, more fulfilling life for yourself. 5. The negative experiences you go through as a teenager are meant to make you stronger, molding you, preparing you for adulthood. 6. Don't pressure or be too hard on yourself. You have more than enough time to explore, discover what resonates with you in life the most. 7. Even if you feel like you have to grow up too fast, it's still okay to just simply be a teenager every now and then. Give yourself permission to enjoy your youth in this time of your life while you still can. 8. If your adolescence is so far proven to be one of the most painful times of your life, don't worry, the pain will be worth it, because the pain you're going through can help you relate with, connect with, and help new people that you will meet in the future who either went through similar things that you did or are currently going through those same things. 9. Use this time of your life as a time to invent yourself. Explore your soul, learn more about yourself, and discover who you truly want to become in this world. Most importantly of all, try to have fun during this journey of self-discovery and don't take yourself too seriously. 10. If you're feeling directionless during this time of your life, then try writing a bucket list for your teen years so that you know what you want to accomplish during this time, what you want to experience, and where you want to be in your life by the time you're 18. 11. Slow down, relax, trust the process, and try to enjoy your journey as much as you possibly can. Take the time to relish this time of your life as much as you can, even if it's only in small ways. Life doesn't end after adolescence. In fact, the best in life has yet to come. There's places you haven't been to yet, people you haven't met yet, moments of joy and happy memories that are all waiting for you to discover them. Sure, there is darkness in life too, but it's worth getting through all of that darkness and pain in order to experience the good things in life. It's worth getting through all of that hopelessness, the bleakness, in order to learn the valuable lessons that you can pass on to other people. Whatever it is you're going through, I know that you might feel weak, vulnerable, defeated, wounded, hopeless, worthless. I know that you're probably sitting there thinking to yourself, how can pain ever make me stronger? I don't feel strong at all. That's completely okay. You don't have to become strong yet. You just have to get through the darkness, keep your eyes on the road ahead, and hold on to hope that someday everything is going to be fine. I remember having a meltdown during my late teens, home alone, bursting into tears, screaming, and telling myself over and over again that I wanted to die. I felt like my life was so screwed up and there was no fixing it. I wanted to hit the reset button on my life so bad. Do everything all over again. But no such button existed. So it felt like the only good option was death, because I had no idea how the hell I was ever going to be able to fix everything and rise above all of the chaos in my personal life. However, I'm glad that I made it through those dark times in my life, that I kept fighting, kept living, because if I didn't, then I wouldn't have met all of these amazing people that I know now, all of these people that I adore so much, people that I helped get through difficult times in their life, people who never would have gotten the support and love they needed if I wasn't there. And most importantly of all, it was because of my incredibly difficult experiences that I learned the lessons that I needed to learn, lessons that were necessary for me because they gave me the tools in order to help other people. If I never went through such extreme darkness in my past, then I never would have been able to help others who are also going through darkness. If I never knew what it was like to hit rock bottom, then I never would have been able to guide other people out of rock bottom. And that's why you have to keep going. That's why you have to keep holding on to hope. Because no matter what anybody else tells you, no matter how you feel about yourself, you have value. You are worthy of being doted on. You are worthy of being adored, loved, cherished, and above all else, appreciated. If you've made it this far into the video, then I hope that this video helped you somewhat, or at the very least, gave you a sense of comfort or understanding. I'm planning on making a few more videos like this to post over the course of the next few weeks, so if that interests you, feel free to subscribe, and hopefully whatever I create next resonates with you. But with all of that being said, thank you for watching, and have a great day or night wherever you are in the world right now.